Yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna start this video, but maybe this will be the intro. I have no idea. So I'll figure that out, but you know, I'm trying to work with my mic here and figure out exactly where it's supposed to be. So yeah, but that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here to figure out my favorite monsters in the Scooby-Doo video games. Now, I will say this, it's not a big list, because it just genuinely isn't. I have not played many of the Scooby-Doo video games, and I probably won't, because when I tried to get an emulator, I was very worried about getting viruses on my PC, so I decided no. But my favorite monsters in games are easily the first Frights and Spooky Swamps. If you've never played them on the Wii, they were really, like, I had them on the Wii. I think you could also get them on like the PS2, PS3, Xbox. No, not Xbox Series X, just the Xbox. Like, you get tons of them. But I had those because I was dirt poor as a kid. I mean, I got Hot Wheels that were like $1. That was a very good prize for me for being good going to the store. Yeah, enough about that. So they were some of my favorite games. I loved the chase scenes of the monsters. I love the monsters in general. And in this video, I kind of like talk about in order of who my favorite monsters in the order was, that because I genuinely haven't played the others. I've watched no commentary videos on all the other games, and I do like them. It doesn't look like it's something for me. So let's get into the list, and I'll kind of tell you my top 1 through, because there was 7 monsters, quote unquote, in total, but the final in Spooky Swamp was a giant gator. And he really wasn't a monster, it was just a genuine giant gator. So I'm not counting that towards this. And also, sorry for being so late when it comes to Scooby-Doo videos. I know I've only posted like 2 Warhammer videos the past 2 weeks, but I've kind of been busy trying to do cooking, and we've had a little bit of some obstacles here and there, dealing with issues with my mom and the house, so yeah. Alright, so let's begin. Like this video, comment down below your favorite Scooby-Doo monster in the video games, or your favorite Scooby-Doo video game, and if you'd like to see like maybe a new Scooby-Doo video game. I do have a post that kind of talks that eventually I will make a video, getting my cat off my lap, talking about my idea for a 3rd Scooby-Doo video game, or kind of like a newer generation Scooby-Doo video game. And then also subscribe to the channel, so that way we just keep getting bigger and people can see more videos. And Nibs, I guess, really wants to be in this video, so he's going to sit on my lap while I talk to you guys about this. So let's begin with number 1, the second mission in the first Frights video game. Now, none of these really have titles. They all just have like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. So I'm just kind of gonna, just tell you the first mission in this video game, stuff like that. So I love fighting all the toys in the theme park, because this one is it's a giant robotic toy that is haunting a theme park, because the owner of the toy factory is jealous that the theme park is getting all the kids' attention. So yeah, I love fighting all the toys in the theme park, but the chase when it comes to it, because Shaggy and Scooby always have to have a chase, and even in the video games, just like the TV show, they always get chased by the monster, and they're really, really, really fun. I love them to pieces. But this mission actually gives me one of my favorite minion monsters of the whole series, and that is the roller skating little pumpkin guys. They are epic. Apparently, and I just found this out while looking for stuff for this video, they're called the gliding ghouls. Now, I'm kind of using, for my own comic books, I have something akin to the gliding ghouls, but I'm calling them the pumpkins. So it's like pump and then the dash and then kins, basically. This mission also, however, gives me one of the worst mini monsters that I really don't like, and that's the little dolls, or the rag dolls, is what the Scoobypedia website says. I'll make sure that I'm throwing up images of like the monsters, a little bit of the mission area if I can find them, and then also like the minion monsters themselves, and maybe like the book that you can actually look through and see all the costumes, is what it was called. But the second mission is in the first Frights video game as well, and this one we actually get a fight against a Phantom of the Auditorium, not Phantom of the Opera. which, no spoilers here, is really cool with his whole skeleton crew and his chase scene as well. It's really easy. The minions in this mission really work. I love them to pieces. They're really cool, really kind of varietized. But the monster himself is sublime. The dude can sing, and it's a shame he went with his plan because he could really be a good actor if he decided not to be a villain. This third one is now in the sequel game, Spooky Swamp. In this one, we get to fight against a huge skeleton puppet named El Scariachi, and he looks so dope. I love his character and his whole mission, but compared to the monsters we fight in the first two picks of my video here, he kind of does lack a little bit. Now, I mean, everybody here can kind of be thrown around. It randomizes all the time, but today is where it kind of randomizes the most, and where we land is where we land, basically. So in the fourth one, the third mission is in First Frights. The monster in this one is just as good as El Scariachi from the previous entry, but what I don't care much about is the mission is mainly the minions. They have a really good range. When I'm not talking like the range attacks, I'm talking like the range of the minion line itself, because it's all aquatic themed, which is really good. But Haunted Ghost Ship Hideout is cool too. I really like watching that thing sail in. And so is the chase scene, where, if I remember correctly, you are running through ships, and then the gigantic robotic sea scorpion, which I think is called the Lobster MK4, destroys the boat afterwards. I'd give it a solid 3.5 out of 5, or 3 to 3.5 out of 5 on a video game monster scale. It is really, really cool, really, really fun. I do enjoy the mission a lot. But the final one, or the fifth one, not the final one, but this one pains me a little bit, because I really do enjoy the map and aesthetic that being the fourth mission in First Frights against the Witch Queen, who does look really cool. The minion monsters we get is actually a really good also lineup. I mean, they pretty much nailed it with the minion monsters in the whole first game of First Frights. But I am putting this low because I only remember beating this mission once, and that was like a couple years ago. I can never beat the boss. I don't know why, but I don't remember facing her until recently. The ending shocked me, and I think that Costington, if you never played the game, he's so funny. He's like Bertram from Jessie, or Niles from The Nanny. He's just epic. He's one of the funniest characters, and I just so wish we would get him in another installment of a game or TV show or even a movie. He has this wonderful thing where, like, he will insult a person and then cough and be like, "Oh, sorry, that was just a slight of the throat." And it's just so funny. I love it to pieces. He's great. We do get to see him again in the Spooky Swamp, because he was in the first. He was in the he was in First Frights, but then the final mission. But then he's in the first mission of the Spooky Swamp. So we do get to see him again, but I'd like to see him, now, in like 2026 or something. Now, the final one is the second to last mission in the Spooky Swamp, and that is the Yeti and Frankenman. There was only 3 missions in Spooky Swamp. Spooky Swamp was kind of like a DLC, in my opinion, to First Frights, which does kind of suck because I think they could have done a whole bunch more stuff, but they never did. And so yeah, the Yeti and Frankenmoose. This one I barely remember anything about. I did actually watch a full gameplay of the boss missions for First Frights and Spooky Swamp, and I never finished the Spooky Swamp game. I do believe it's because I didn't really care much for the mission, and now looking, like I have written on here, looking back, it does look just like a precursor for a DLC. Because, I mean, we do get to see Anna again, who we actually get to see in the very first mission of First Frights, who is Daphne's cousin. Which, going through all like the movies, TV shows, video games, and everything, these guys' families must be, because that would actually be a good video idea, is to go through the whole family tree of each of the Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo gang. Because it's so big, going through the whole thing, it would actually make probably some quality videos. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. This is just my, my portrayal of all the monsters. Tell me who you guys think is the kind of best monster. If you guys played these games or if you guys want to see more, just let me know. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.